morning, Pulsicans. How are we doing out there today in crypto land? Are you guys feeling it? Are you feeling October? I feel like we're getting the later October with Bitcoin kind of making some pumpage today. It's absolutely awesome. Truly blessed to be back here in the hopper with you guys today. Had an absolute beautiful trip out to Houston, Texas, and then to Cancun. Was an absolute blast. Should be onboarding a lot of new money. We have probably about 7 or 8 people who are booked on our calendar, so we could go ahead and bring them in our community. And guess where we put their capital? Right here in Pulse Chain. That's the idea. In fact, the guy even who was running the Cancun event, it was great because he's already in Pulse Chain, and I've been working with them, and I convinced them to put some more in. I was like, hey, bro, like, this is like it. Like, here, look at the sign of life. Like I tell you guys all the time, I pointed to some green candles to him, and like, look, we're having kind of a pullback. Like, this is the time to get in. If I were you, I would throw another bullet in. So he's going to put in like another $50,000-$70,000. So that will happen probably this week. And yeah, it's going to be a good time, guys. We had a great trip. Minus, I went to Houston and got done with that event, and we're going back to the hotel it was in the evening, and Dane's like checking us in for the Cancun trip, and he's like, "Hey, Corey, give me your passport number so I can get us checked in." And I was like, crap, passport." I freaking left my passport in Puerto Rico, guys. I had to fly from Houston all the way back to Puerto Rico, get my passport, and the following day I had to fly back to Florida and then down to Cancun. It was a pain in the ass. That sucked. Other than that, though, it was an absolute amazing trip. Cancun is absolutely beautiful. A lot of similarities to Puerto Rico. I've been there before. It's my second time being there. And yeah, it was a really good time. So took some yachts out. That was a great time. My buddy rented some yachts for everyone who was out there, and we went out and did that. And man, I tell you, it was just it was a lot of fun. But you guys are here because this is the DeFi Crypto Alliance show where we're doing our best to bridge the gap between people like that, the real estate entrepreneurial world, and the crypto universe, and bring these asset classes together and change the trajectory of our family tree, our family lineage. Because I believe, and you guys have heard me say it many times, but I can't reiterate this enough, that there is that one who is chosen in every family lineage, the one to break the chains, the curse of mediocrity forevermore, for every generation to come after them. It's in every wealthy family. It's that one big risk taker. And I believe I'm that for my family lineage. I believe a lot of you guys here are that for your family lineage too. You just got to lean in and use the tools given to you. It's obviously why you're in crypto. It's the highest appreciating asset class known to mankind. And it just prints millionaires and billionaires in the bull run, right? In the bull run. But you guys know how to play the cycles. And so that's the great part about this journey. So it's going to be an absolute crazy time. What I missed, guys, I've been gone for a week. I don't know what's going on. I didn't even really check Twitter that much. I was like, I saw like we got a little pumpage and we got a little dippage. And I was like, okay, the charts really didn't do a whole lot. You know, in fact, guys, let's go ahead and real quick, while I'm thinking about it, I did pull it up. Let's check the secret chart, right? Let's get in there and see how we're doing and see if we got scammed yet. I got a feeling we didn't. I haven't even checked the secret chart since I've been gone, to be honest with you. I've just, had a great time touching some grass and onboarding my friends. That's what I like doing. All right. So, man, we pumped up. We pumped up against Ethereum really high. Once again, guys, this is on the weekly. I like to put it in the line chart because what I'm doing here, I've talked about all the time, was I'm taking, multiple steps back. I'm zooming way out, looking in, seeing what is going on with Pulse Chain measured against Ethereum. I believe Ethereum is one of the premier blue chips I believe Ethereum will do quite well this cycle. I think it's going to do way better than Bitcoin. Once the ETFs start getting really positive. And if I believe that, and we just need to have good structure and good, TA against ETH, well, especially in the weekly, yeah, I believe that we can really, really see some massive gains being leveraged on Ethereum, being that we also know there's 300 and I think 18,000 Ethereum that's owned in wallets that like to buy our stuff. A lot of people say it's 170. That's wrong. It's incorrect. It's 318. For some reason, they like to discount Godwell. Don't discount Godwell. He likes to buy our stuff. Combine the guys together, and you have 318, 19, something like that. Ethereum is one of the largest Ethereum holders on the Ethereum network. But it's pretty good. I mean, we blew past, this kind of liquidity pocket here, which I kind of, expected that we'd come back and kind of retest. But it looks like we're coming back down. Who knows where this will land? But you can see it's already starting to kind of round out. We'll see what happens here in the next week or two. I'm glad to see that Ethereum is getting a little bit of positive news and positive, inflows as far as the ETFs are concerned. We'll see if that continues or not. We'll see if Pulse, in general, can hold this 405 level. We could go down a little bit more. We could go up. I feel like, guys, we're going to hang out in these levels until we start pumping. I don't think we're going to go down and make new lower lows or anything like that. I saw someone on Twitter who a lot of people follow as far as TA talking about how all this stuff is going to go make new lower lows. I'm not in that camp. I'm really not. I feel like we have good price structure off the bottom and coming up and making higher lows. I feel like this is, the time where we're really going to start to move up. Now, obviously, we could see a big buy the rumor, sell the news going into the Richard Hart court case. I've talked about that many times in the show. So maybe that would do it potentially. But even still, I don't think we go down and make new lows. I don't. But I could be wrong. And if I am wrong, well, then I got some money still on the side to DCA with. I am prepared for lower lows if it were to happen. I don't think it's going to happen. And so I'm probably going to do a DCA. I don't know, maybe this week. We'll see. Maybe I'll hold out for another week. But I'll tell you guys, I'm not sleeping on EHEX. I know the OGs hate that. I'm not sleeping on EHEX. I am not sleeping on SolidX. And I'm not sleeping on Pulse now, because Pulse, just how all the other assets, for example, the first wave up, Inc. was a star of the show. And everyone wanted to FOMO and buy Inc. It was like insane. Everybody's like, Inc. And everyone was dumping Hex, dumping Pulse, going into Inc. And Pulse X was like the second star of the show, right? It was kind of like the middle of the ground. Kind of, why Pulse and Hex suffered the most. This time around, I know it's short-lived. We saw Hex do a quick 5X off the bottom, and we saw Pulse X even pump a little bit. Once again, Pulse X seems to be like that second contender, which I'm cool with that. If it always wants to say second, against whoever's the star of the show, that's awesome, because I got some good-sized Pulse X bags. But, man, I don't know, guys. I'm a contrarian thinker. I like to think, like, what's next? And I feel like people in the narratives that they're talking about, Pulse, it's not going to go up like all the other assets because it's the gas token. Richard wants to keep it low. It's a stupid narrative. I don't know, man. I really feel like a lot of people are sleeping on Pulse now. It's not the one moving that much. It wasn't moving much last time. Maybe that continues, or maybe just how everyone thought when Hex was dead last time, and now it's alive. Everyone like, Hex will always get sold down because the sharks, when their stakes are ending, they're going to dump it. Like, that was like the narrative. And then like before Ink Pump, I was like, that's a dump token. It's a dump token. The whales and sharks just keep making more of it, and they're just going to keep dumping it. And then went all the way down to 40 cents. And then it shot up at 20X. Like, I don't know, guys. I really feel like the narratives I'm seeing on Twitter right now is showing me. Now, once again, I'm not giving any financial advice. This is like, my portfolio, what I do with my money. And I'm not ratio trading. I'm not taking my Pulse X. I'm not taking my Inc. And I'm not taking my Hex. And I'm not buying Pulse with that. But I also believe that maybe my next DCA will probably be in Pulse because I believe that Pulse is kind of the undervalued one between all of them and the one that everyone is sleeping on. I could be totally wrong about this analysis. I know how it was the last 2 times with Hex and Ink. And I feel like the sentiment is the same now with Pulse. So take that for what you will. I don't know. I could be wrong, but I'm holding all the assets regardless. I don't need to be right? I just want to make money. I'm holding all the assets. And E-Hex is another one I'm not going to sleep on. I'm just not. I've got a lot of Hex. I do. I've got a lot of Hex. And, I could use a little more E-Hex. That's all I'm going to say. But I like this chart. It's looking good, guys. It looks like we are still not scammed, and it looks like we are rounding out. Might make a nice higher low, lower high, no, higher low, higher low. Nice higher low against Ethereum, which would be very healthy. That would, how Hans always talks about, and some of the other, TA guys, give us that nice kind of W structure out to go, parabolic. And so we'll see what happens here, but I'm liking what I'm seeing. It's good stuff. It is good stuff. All right, guys. So let's check in with the chat here. I haven't seen you guys all week. Like, what's new, guys? Anything new? Like anything I miss? I don't think I did. But who knows? We got Red Squirrel, oi, always first, man. Maybe not always, but 90% of the time, my man right here is first. What's going on, brother? I hope we do have that caterpillar soup. That means we are a fork, Red Squirrel. And if I'm a fork enough, I'll eat just about anything. If I'm a fork enough, nothing really matters, right? So what a nice man, bastard. I know Red Squirrel's still that first spot, right? He's good at it, man. He probably jumps right in as soon as people make the link for the show. As soon as he gets the notification, or I don't know if you get notified with the link. No, you get notified with the time. But he's good at it, man. He is good. That's right. Now, what's up, Urban Productions? How you doing, man? What's the good word, man? We're still not scammed on Solid X yet. Who knows? It's looking like it's pretty low, though. I think it's a good buy, but I could be wrong, bro. Maybe we get scammed. Crypto Bigfoot, double down. Yeah, I agree, man. I feel like these prices are still legacy wealth prices. These are the prices that you should be onboarding all your friends and family in and feel good about it. Like you could feel like you're doing them a good deed, doing them of service, right? Like you are helping them, change their lives by onboarding them in at this time, right? It's funny. I saw on Twitter, I think it was yesterday, somebody cheated their bags for freaking stupid Titan X. Yeah, can't stand that coin. It's my most hated coin in my portfolio. I have it. I am anxiously waiting to dump on all their heads. Cannot stand the creator or that, but I don't, once again, I don't have to like somebody to make money in crypto. But like, I saw like somebody asking about it, and then like the whole community shielded the coin to them, and it was like the guys like it's been pumping. It's like a 10x off the bottom. I mean, like there's probably gonna be a massive pullback. I mean, I'm not saying it's gonna go to zero, but yeah, you guys should be shilling. I saw no one shilling the shit when it was at the bottom. Like you guys gotta be shilling these coins in the ecosystems that you believe in and love when you're closer to the bottom than when you are to these tops, even if they're local tops and bottoms. Like, guys, get your family and friends in now, not when we're up a 20x, 10x, even a 5x. It gets tough, right? Like, if you go 5x at the bottom, I mean, your gains are so diminished from coming in at that point. Yeah, I believe we go higher in 5x, but your gains are diminished now, like 5 times diminished. Like, you got to get them in close to the bottom as you possibly can. So when you're talking about, oh, we did 100x, well, maybe you didn't get 100x, but maybe you got an 80x, maybe you got a 70x, maybe even a 50x, right? That's not bad. But if you get a If you wait till you're 5x off the bottom, then you're like, oh, the 100x, you got like a 5x or a 10x. So, I mean, you right now is when you want to get these guys in. I mean, you got to really think about this stuff. This is the time to be screaming at the top of your lungs, beating that drum, getting the megaphones right, get these out and get out there and screaming. If you had your family members who were on the fence, right now is the time. You know, it looks like we could have a little pullback. I don't know. We're just kind of hanging out in this area. I mean, don't wait for the next leg up. Show them the green candle from this last month, right? Show them that green candle and show them the green candles back from the beginning of the year. That's what you want to do. My camera, right? You show them, look, it's got a lot of life in this ecosystem. Look at this. We're having a pullback. It's on sale. It's 50% off, 60% off, 70% off. Come in and buy. This is the time to go. So, I mean, I can't stress that enough. That's like why me and Dana are like, we are just trying our hardest to get the word out as much as possible, to bring people in our community to buy at these levels, because these levels are, in my opinion, legacy wealth levels. So, and I could be wrong, right? I'm not a financial advisor. I don't play one on TV. This is what I speculate with my money, what I believe with my money. I'll bring my family and friends in, and that's fine. You guys do what you want, but this is how you play the game, man. SmackDown season. What? Yes, sir. Francis Powell. Hello, all. Hello to you. Hello to you. Luna C. Point, just dropping to say hi. Yes, thanks for dropping in. We appreciate you. You guys make the show. You guys and gals make the show. So we appreciate that for showing up. Andrew Garrett, yes. Friends, yeah, we are all friends here. I feel like I do a good job at the very least of keeping the toxic people out of here. Every once in a while, I'll see somebody get toxic in the chat, and I'll kind of like rebuttal with, some good positive mindset stuff. And I don't see them showing up back again, because people don't like that when they're in negative town and they live their life that way. It just doesn't work. They don't mix. K Crypto. Hello, Corey. What is up with you? What up, Sal the Crypto Foo? How are we doing? I DC'd like a crackhead last night. Really? Last night you did? I did a nibble 2 days ago. I think yeah, man. Last night was good. I think you caught it at like if you had Pulse X, 4026, I think is what I saw. I think we're at 4028 today. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. This could be like where we're settling off, settling and making a new base before taking off again. I definitely don't buy into the idea of that influencer on Twitter talking about new lows. Like, I mean, he gave price targets way down there, and I was like, I just don't see it, man. That's, again, I could be wrong, but yeah, dude, I think it's a great DCA place for me and my money, right? And obviously you and your money. Love it, Sal. We appreciate you too, man, because you're a builder. That's also why we appreciate you. What is the story of Titan X and 9? Titan X, man, it's just that I don't want to get into it. I'll piss people off. It's the stupidest freaking yeah, I don't want to get into it. Now 9mm, I like 9mm, even though it's supported by the that toxic community. That doesn't really bother me too much. I feel like it wasn't, I don't think it was an inside job on like these, and I could be wrong, right? Their staking contract, they got hacked, and they gave all the tokens back, right? From what I understand, and this is in good faith, right? If this is true, they gave all the staking tokens back that were lost. They gave the rest of the supply to the community that was, out of the Pulse OGs and the other way, whatever ways else you can make 9mm, and they gave all the supply out. And then, from what I understand, the founder of the protocol put a bunch of liquidity in to support sell pressure and to basically kind of buy up the coin. So I don't know. I mean, if you look at the chart, it's looking good. Chart looks really good. And if that happened, I don't know. I'm not that plugged in. I do have a bag. I have a bag of it. I bought like 25 Pulse OGs back in the day. And yeah, I mean, I got it. I'm going to hold on to it for a little bit and see what happens. I didn't Jeep my bags. I like it. I don't know. We will see, my friend. We will see. Bright Light, what up, man? I'm going to be out. I got everything. I'll take care of with Randy. Guys, I'll be out in Panama for the No Permissions event. And actually, I'm speaking at it. So once I had purchased my ticket, he asked me if I wanted to speak. I'm like, absolutely, I would love to speak. So we'll be speaking about two things. I'll be speaking about onboarding, how we're onboarding, our communities into the ecosystem and some of the techniques we use to speak their language. And hopefully we can kind of like take that ideologies and transform it over to whatever community you're trying to get in or talk to. Mainly no coiners, right? This is who we specialize in. It's hard to convert. It's hard to convert a Bitcoiner or a Cardano guy or a gaming AVAX guy to come over, cheat his bags, and come over and like participate in our ecosystem. That's a hard sell, but it's not a hard sell when you're talking to no coiners, and especially if it's no coiners who have a little bit of money, who understand risk. They're already semi-successful in life. Those guys are very easy to bring in. So we'll be talking about a lot about that, and of course, I'm gonna talk about the trust that we got going on with the no taxes, how you can sell crypto, not pay capital gains, go into real estate, and then sell the real estate down the road, not pay capital gains, go into crypto, and basically you're deferring the capital gains, so you're pushing them down the road, but you're allowing that that money you would have paid to the three-letter agency to compound and grow on itself, and so that way you got the full power of your money working for you at any given time. You don't pay tax until you pay yourself, right? Like it's called self-enriching. Until they say, hey, I want 100 grand for I can live this year, or maybe hey, I want 100 grand to go buy a Corvette. Once you pull that money out to go do that, then you'll pay the tax. And so, yeah, so I'll be talking about that. Of course, I'll present on that. I think I'll try to even do a slide deck and all that. So really try to like get everyone to kind of understand what it is. And so it'll be fun. I'm excited to see all you guys out there. I'm not able to make the Richard Hart court case because it's Halloween. Can't do Halloween, man. I got a family. It's a family holiday, right? And so unfortunately, I'm not gonna make it to that. So if you guys are out at the No Permissions, we'll see you there. That's going to be a blast. Panama too, man. I've never been to Panama. I've been to Costa Rica. I've never been to Panama. And it's funny because I'm in Puerto Rico, and so it's like an hour and a half flight. It'll be easy to get over there. Just like I probably could take a boat if I really wanted to. Oh man, Koss. Hey Corey, love the show. Always so positive. Keep it up. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Absolutely, man. You make the universe, the world, your environment that you live in. You're responsible for it. And it starts with your thoughts, being positive, that goes into emotions and feelings, and that transforms into your actions, and your actions create the world we live in, the world around you, your surroundings. It's great. Crypto Bigfoot. Pulsing to the moon. I believe it will, bro. I believe it will. When? That's something we all can argue about. But I believe it will. And I think it will this cycle too, right? Like it's going to do well this cycle. I don't think you have to wait like 2 cycles or anything. And I don't even think the Richard Hart court case has the impact that most people think that it has. I really don't, Even like XRP last cycle, and I'm sure most of you guys know this, when they got hit with the SEC, and there wasn't a lot of cryptos that were being pursued by the SEC at that time. There was some. Now, like we have like everyone and their mom being pursued by the SEC. So it's like we're just part of like the cool kids now, right? But last time it was, XRP got hit, and we all know they love to dump on everybody, right? That's what the Ripple Foundation does. It's a glorious scam. They just keep dumping on their holders and the retail coming in. They still did a 10x, man, with a freaking massive like market cap too. They did a 10x in the bull run, with all that negative, baggage. I don't know. It's pretty awesome. If that can happen to them, I bet we could do 20, 30, 50x even with the SEC case going on if it were to carry on into 2025. I'm not overly worried about it. Of course, if you got clarity and if it got dismissed, you would have some whales and sharks that would come back into the ecosystem, buy up because they have a little more confidence, right? Yeah, it would be good, but like it's not needed at the same time. 5-minute chart. What's up? A TA says we get new lows, but I don't think we see it. Maybe a dip to the 0.618. I agree with that too. Yeah, it'll be interesting, man. I mean, and if it happens, like, and if I'm wrong, like, I'm cool with it, right? I'll bring some more money in and I'll DCA that bottom to get my cost basis down to make sure I capitalize on the opportunity. That way, once again, I want to be able to buy as close to the bottom as I possibly can. You're never going to buy the perfect bottom or sell the perfect top, but if we can get close and get that meat in the middle, man, we'll change the trajectory of our lives for sure. Shorty Fortress, Pika.pulse. Yeah, Pika's freaking going bananas. I saw that, or was. I don't know what it's doing today. I don't have a bag of it. Maybe I should. I do. I mean, I buy meme coins. I buy other, influencers coins. I mean, I'm invested in Crypto 7's coin, man. I think his coin is going to do wonderful. I mean, you guys seen what the influencer coins do. If they have community, and Crypto 7 ain't going nowhere, man. That guy is like a beast. He is a beast when it comes to streaming, a beast when it comes to shilling, and he's plugged into very wealthy communities too. I think the 7G coin is going to be phenomenal. I see other influencers now shilling the 7G. They're in the ecosystem now. I mean, I feel like that's one of my favorite influencer coins right now, right? And I own a little Axis. But I think his coin, man, is going to do great. I mean, like Pulse Chain does a 3x. Who knows? Maybe it does a 9x, 10x, 12x. Just leverage, right? You buy these things because you want leverage on Pulse Chain. Same like Pika. Pika is massive leverage on Pulse Chain, and that's why you do it, right? And that's why I definitely fall into the 90-10 rule. I've talked about this many times. That Sami talks about 90% core, 10% lottery. And I feel like 7G is a good one. I like Solid X. I know Urban Productions doesn't. I like Solid X. I think it's going to do wonderful. For my portfolio, it's got a place, right? It's got a place in it. I also like BBC token. I like that. I like that token because I get to stake it for passive income. I get to go in there in the single side staking. I love that. Tokenomic, man. That is fun. I'm in the bro pool. In fact, the bro pool might be done now. I need to go look. And then there's like other meme coin pools you can go in. If you don't want the meme coin, just sell the meme coin and buy the coin you want, man. It's like, bro, it's awesome. And it pumped hard. Like it proved to me in the last little altcoin season that the thing's going to freaking fly. It proved to me. So I was like, and plus my friend out here in Puerto Rico kept in my ear. I'm like, all right, I'll buy it, man. I'll buy a bag. So yeah, man. I mean, that's what I feel like, man. I love buying the leverage coins, but don't go too big, guys. I mean, obviously, you always want to like the core coins for me is the massive play. That's 100%. In fact, I probably have more like 95% in the core. I have to go ahead and break down the ratios. Haven't done that in a while. And yeah, I love 7G, man. I mean, it's going to be a good one too because, man, you just got to follow the community. You got to follow the influencers, and you can tell which one's pump, man. And we've seen proof of this already. And so, yeah, my thoughts. DeFi Gardner, what's up? PulseX is the movement. I love PulseX because like it pumped last time shit was pumping. It pumped this time when shit was pumping. Like if Pulse is the next star of the show, PulseX will pump then too. Like it always pumps. Like, man, people are sleeping on this, especially the OGs, man. The OGs were wrong. Sorry. Besides Brizology. If you're watching Brizology, I know, man. Not you, man. Not you. You kept the freaking horn out screaming PulseX and Ink, of course. So you're not in that camp. PulseX is on the move. People could try to sell it to the ground, but the fact remains that it's still burning as people trade all the other coins. This makes it become more and more scarce, more valuable. I agree. I think you don't really see that effect take place until we are pumping, though. Like it's like when the buyers kind of start stepping in, and and there's just a lot of buy pressure versus the sell pressure. I think that's when you kind of see that all the previous buy and burn that was happening for weeks, months, whatever it was, kind of take place because now the supply is smaller and the liquidity pools have shifted on it, and it's just a different dynamic when things are pumping. So I love that aspect. In fact, I say DeFi Gardener, by holding PulseX, you're getting true yield in the background because the coin's getting scarcer and scarcer and scarcer. There'll never be no more supply, and you're holding the same bag. Your bag's staying constant, right? Or maybe it's growing because you're DCAing or yield farming and swapping into that, whatever it may be. And so that aspect that it's you really are getting more yield on your money. You're just not seeing it directly. You don't see it direct. It's indirect. It's indirect real yield. I don't know if that's an oxymoron or not, but it makes sense in my head. So be nice. I've been thinking the same thing about Pulse Beat, man. I'm telling you, bro. I'm getting the same sentiment from all Twitter, from all the OGs, from all like that we got for Hex last time, and then the time before that for Inc. It's that same sentiment. And man, remember, you got to go against the crowd. You got to go against the crowd, right? And so, I don't know. Could be wrong, but we'll see. I'm not going to sleep on Pulse, though, guys. Shit, no. I still got my validators going, although I'll probably start winding them down, I don't know, shortly here in the future. So I can be more liquid, but I am not going to sleep on Pulse, man. I know Hans, he's bullish on Pulse. I think that's like his favorite out of the core assets. We'll see, man, but I'm going to hold them all. I'm not going to try to guess it either. Oh, Sloth Man. Yo, yo, yo. What up, brother man? How you doing? How's full-time crypto treating you? Part-time dentistry. You remember that, okay? You're a full-time crypto bro, part-time dentist. All right? Man. Oh, what up? DGen Roundtable. Good to see you, man. The Ascending Man. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you showing up. Just watched your guys' show. I was there on the live for your quarterly assessment. Good show. Good show. If you guys aren't watching or subscribe to DGen Roundtable, they have a good show. The production's really high level, man. Like my production is not. I got the video. I thought about inserting like little comical gifs or something for when to be more goofy with stuff. But like, man, your guys' production is good. That's for sure. Just made a post on Twitter with a newer idea where Hex, Pulse, and Pulse says, oh, I'll check it out, man, after the show. It's hard for me to pull up on the show, man, because when I'm streaming, for some reason here in Puerto Rico, like if I go to a new, I'd have to have pulled it up before the show. Stupid. It'll lag and take forever. Any updates on new stuff? Something, man, like another week or two. There's another week or two there. He's going to be ready to roll some stuff out. I don't know all the details, man. I might be interested in taking a nibble. We'll see. I don't know. I got to read the white paper. I got to see what it's all about. I have no idea. All I know that it's on Ethereum. Yeah, I don't know. That's all I know. Man, Dane's working. He's working, man. We kind of what we did is we had a meeting and talked about what we like to do in our business, in our community, with the show, and everything in between, and what fills us up the most and lights us up the most. And the show ended up being obviously what lights me up the most. And so he pops in once in a while. He was on Open Mic Friday, I think this last Friday. And he loves Open Mic Friday. You know, all the community members come on and, you know, we kind of mastermind and kind of put all our ideas together. It's a lot of fun. You can be more than welcome to show up. It's every Friday. As long as we're in town. As long as we're in town, we do it. And yeah, it's one of my favorite shows too. I do not own Titan X, but glad people are making money on it, man. I won't Jeep my bags for it. Oh, hell no, bro. Like, dude, literally Bright Light. And all you guys, the last time that massive whale, this is like October, November last year. Pulse Chain was at its bottom. So what is that? So maybe it was September. It was like at its bottom during that time. And there was a massive whale that cheated like, I don't know, $600,000 to $800,000 worth of Pulse and Pulse X to bring over and buy Titan X. And literally, he did that one day. And then that was the next day is when we had confirmation the OA was bridging in money. And everything started pumping to the freaking moon. So, I don't know. I mean, yeah, we saw that guy cheat his large bags. I got a inkling here. I think I know who it is, but I won't say it on the show. But yeah, I think if I was the founder of this blockchain and I saw some believers of mine before, that love my stuff before, Jeep their bags and go buy that shit, I would be like, oh, really? Here's a freaking revenge pump. Bitcoin back at 60. Oh, man, it's at 66 today, Brazil. That's great, man. I saw last one was 64. Dude, this could be it, man. I mean, who knows? We're supposed to be October, man. We're getting a late October. It's because September was up timber when everyone thought it was going to be wreck timber. And so now we're sharing the love here. Is all we're doing with the 2 months, right? So I got a little bit of a late start. We'll see what happens. And that's why, man, I don't know. It can happen. I get it. But Pulse Chain making new lows when Bitcoin's like pumping, I don't know. I'm not buying it. Research group on healthy living. I love that name, man. What do you guys do? Be interesting to know. I'm very big into health this year, massively. Like in the gym every single day. Diet is on point. Like watching everything. Sleep, tracking sleep. Peptides, everything. So, can you share your Pulse and PulseX price prediction? I don't know. Price predictions. I don't know. I'm more about timing where I'm at in the cycle is what I care about. I know you don't want to do that, but please give us an idea of what price you expect. Not financial advice. Nothing I say is financial advice, man. I'm just a dude on the internet who likes to speculate about his own portfolio. That's literally what I am. That's it. But I am 24, mid 25. Thanks, man. I mean, I don't know, man, because there's so many unknowns, right? It's hard to go, okay, where are we going to be at by the end of 24, the end of 25? There's so many unknowns. Like, who's going to get the presidency, right? I don't know. I mean, I'm hoping for Trump. I want Trump even beyond crypto because I'm in business, right? And he's good for business. And so, there's that unknown. Does the court case get dismissed? I don't know, man. That's an unknown, right? And these things those are the biggest unknowns. I feel like the ETFs, those are going to get positive, like no matter what. Like once again, speculation with my own money, not financial advice, but I think ETH's going to be just fine. And so assuming that happens, obviously we have 319,000 ETH in our ecosystem that likes to buy our stuff. I don't know. Right. And then privacy pools is huge too, right? We talk about the 5 rocket boosters on our rocket ship. They're going to take us to the moon. And, if all 5 rocket boosters get lit, I mean, who knows, man? Anywhere from 20 to a 500x. Obviously, the end of the year, man, that's like supposedly your second altcoin season that we're supposed to have. Like, if you look all the market cycle and the timing, we should see an altcoin season local top around December to February, somewhere in that timeline. And so if we follow suit, of course, we're going to see a massive push up during that time. And I don't know, maybe that's a 10, 20x. I mean, I'm just like throwing numbers out, man. I have no clue. But I'll tell you this, I build my portfolio, if this helps at all, I build my portfolio in a way where if I get a 20x, it's really life-changing wealth for me and my family. It makes a big impact. At the same time, I always tell people like, hey, put enough into crypto where if it pumps and does, 10, 20, 30x, it's able to change your life. And that number is different for everybody, right? 100 grand can change someone's life. For me, it's a lot larger than that. Very much, much larger than that. But that number is different for everybody. And then at the same time, so you want to make sure that you don't lose sleep at night because you put so much in that, you can't pay the mortgage. If you got a business, you can't pay the operating expenses, right? You don't want to over leverage your play, your hand at the same time, because you have to make sure that you're okay in life, right? And so there's a fine balance to be struck with everybody, and that's why you can't give financial advice, right? It's because everyone's situation is so different. It's so different, and so I mean, I wish I could tell you, man. I'm more about I tell our community all the time, it's more about time frame, right? We're expecting an altcoin season here at the end of the year. Does it happen? I don't know, right? Like I don't know, but like so far the market cycle has stayed about 95% true from the other cycles. And so like it could very well happen that we see a nice altcoin season here towards the end of the year and get us a really nice Christmas. Does it happen? I don't know. But I'm banking on it. And then obviously then going into the next year, right? And that's massive. You know, who knows? If Pulse Chain ends up being like Hex was, Hex topped out. Well, no, Bitcoin topped out first before Hex reached its all-time high. So does that happen again? I don't know, right? And that could be like towards the end of 25 if something like that happened. I saw Hans post like he did the fib. He did the fib on the timeline, and it was very interesting. And if you guys go look at it, go look at his Twitter. Pulse Chain's making its all-time high. I think it was like December of 2025, like its all-time top, right? Top of the market cycle type top, not like an altcoin season top. So that was an interesting data point from fibs, right? And these fibs tend to come true because they naturally recur. They actually happen in everything in life. And so, that's my thoughts. I wish I could be more more helpful. And if you're looking for like really the leverage plays, I mean, big gains, you gotta kind of go down, you gotta go up the risk threshold, I think, a little bit too. Like what's being built on Pulse Chain that you can leverage, right? Like I talked about 7G earlier. I'm an investor in 7G, and I'm seeing other influencers invest in 7G. And if Pulse does a 5x, maybe 7G does a 15x, right? Titan X, same. If Inc does like a 20x, maybe Solid X, not Titan X, Solid X. Maybe Solid X does a 100x. I mean, I don't know. These are like leverage plays on top, and sometimes they work out great, sometimes they don't. You know, so you want to make sure that you don't get too crazy with those, and you want to go mainly in the blue chips. That's how I think for my money. But once again, you do you. So, but great question, man. I wish I could answer it more clearly. I just, just a dude in the internet. Frank, what up, bro? How you doing, man? Yep, think about it. If Pulse is 100x, if it doubles from here, now exactly. Now it's only 50x. Laugh out loud, only a 50x. Right. What if it does a 5x from here? And then it only does 100x for the entirety of the cycle. And I hope it goes more. You never know, right? But like then the guy you onboarded at a 5x, he's only getting like another 5x or something, which ain't bad. Like it's not horrible to get a 5x on your money. But man, if you would have shielded it and got him in there towards the bottom, you could have got him that 50x to 100x, right? These are the things we need to think about when we're on board. I see that people don't think about it. That's why I brought up Titan X, because all the guys are shielding the shit now. Like, okay, even if it does have more gains, why are you shielding that? I didn't see no one shielding at the bottom, which I don't mind because I don't really care for it. But like, these people in crypto don't get it sometimes. They just don't get it. Number one rule of Pulse Chain: avoid anything B-Root shields. He will not discuss anything. I mean, I like B-Roots, man. I like B-Roots. I know a lot of people don't like him, but here's why I like the guy. Because he's fully transparent about like what he does. Like, yes, he's a pump and dumper, right? Like he'll admit to you he's a pump and dumper. I'm gonna sell on a double, and then he admits that he plays these games, and he even he teaches how he plays the games, right? I mean, sure, he might be holding some information back, whatever, but like that's why I don't mind the guy, because he's not like lying about what he does. He does where other people do. There's other community members, cameras bother me today. So I like B-Roots, man. I do. I mean, just don't follow the guy. Just don't follow the guy, and you can block him if you don't want to look at his shills and stuff. Tetra's down hard. Could be an opportunity in financial advice. There's Red Squirrel shilling Tetra. Hey, I'm all about Tetra, man. I'm all about silver bag. I'm there. I am there. Not sure which chat comments you're reading, but no reading the chat comments. I am reading the chat comments, man. What are you doing? What are you doing? I'm reading. Awesome. Can't wait to meet you. Yeah, this can be fun, dude. I'm excited, dude. Seriously excited. Can you share a Pulse and Pulse? Oh, yeah. Okay, you must have posted like gains or mine and then didn't see the full. So I streamed to 2 channels. And so like usually you're only going to see half the chat, right? If you want to see the majority of the chats over on my channel, that's where the majority of the chat's at. I have more subscribers than Dane because he's not here like 90% of the time. So 500K minimum on the trust is an important detail. Yeah, but here's the thing, D Nice. It's 500K after you made gains, right? So let's say today your portfolio is worth, I don't know, 50K. We'll use easy math. It's easy. And you get a 10X when you're there, right? You're talking about like at the top of the bull. Hey, your portfolio is only worth 5K. What is that? It's that'd be 100X. My math right there. Am I mathing right? Yeah. So you need 100X on your portfolio, and then you're there, right? Like it's 500K at the top of the cycle when you're ready to sell into the trust, right? So your portfolio could be worth 5K today, 50K, 30K, 100K. For the 100K, you only need a 5X. So yeah, it's not going to be hard for most of you guys. Most of you guys, it's not going to be hard. I believe. Hey, once again, it's not financial advice. This is what I believe. So 5-minute chart, Tetra / Icosa Sleeping Giants. I agree, man. I like Icosa too. I still have a pretty good sized bag of that. I bought, this is a while back when Icosa was kind of in its bottoming. I bought a lot of Icosa because ideally when Alex launches V2, if it ever happens, who knows? Once again, this is why it's a more speculative play. Like you buy the cheaper one and they should be both the same value when all that transpires, the V2 contract. What you looking at, bro? Man, OG's mostly called for Hex to outperform. Seems to be the case. This little run up, Inc. did more gains in the last run up. I mean, look, I love Hex, and I got a nice bag of it. But don't try to guess which one. The OGs have been wrong multiple times, bro. OG's winning right now. Look, man, I got big bags of it. I'm not worried about it. But once the crowd and people think one way, man, I'm betting against it. Bitcoin and Ethereum are ripping. It's time, boys. Yeah, man, I love that. I saw ETH was catching a bid. Finally, gosh, come in. Give us the positive inflows, please. Jeez. Inc. Sleeping Bull. Let's hope it will have its turn again. It will have its turn again. I am sure of it. When? I don't know. I don't know. It's going to have its turn again, and that's why I also, like I said, I own Solid X because then I got leverage on Inc. And I know the firewall is just waiting for Inc. to pump. I know he's selling some now, but I bet he's got a nice bag to sell for when it really starts pumping. RH coin's going back green today. Yeah, I saw that, man. It's like fighting back and forth. So we'll see. Great conversation, Corey. Thanks, Charles. I appreciate it, man. 11 sharp. Oh, yeah, the same shit. Repackaged, all. I mean, I don't know if I call them grifters. I get it why you call grifters, but they're just wanting to go off and do their own thing. I still look because I don't mind other ecosystems, coins or creators. I just look at the person, right? Look, man, the creator Titan X is a POS, dude. I mean, there was chain analysis of him taking a lot of basically stealing. Yeah, I don't want to get too deep in it, but I look at the personality, the person. Levin was one of the biggest, if you want to call it grifter, the way he came in it was very strategic. But man, I give him respect for that because that was a business mind that he came in and kind of indoctrinated all the hexagons and brought them over to Zen. And I got bags of Zen. I got bags. We'll see. It's not like I went huge in it, but yeah. But I get it. You can't go wrong currently with Pulse Chain, Alt, Shotgun, and buy everything. Not everything. But there'll be a lot of stuff. Bro, what's up, bro? Man, #party. Yeah, come over and click the like and smash the subscribe on YouTube. You guys on Twitter, you got what we got over here? about 100 of you guys. Come on, smash the like, hit the subscribe over on the YouTube. You don't have to stay on YouTube and go back to Twitter, but help the algorithm, boost the show. Come on, send us through the stratosphere. Thanks for answering, sharing. Love 7G also. Yeah, man, dude, he's a goat, man, in the influencer space, bro. He ain't going anywhere, man. No, he's a hardcore believer in the RH assets, and so, yep, I'm all about it. SolidX has 3.5 million rewards on this single pool. I'm not, bro. I ain't providing no liquidity in my SolidX, dude. That bag is too valuable to me to be even try to do any permanent loss. It's my opinion. But yes, that's a good point, though. That's a good point. Red Squirrel. I mean, you think they're all grifters. I get it, man. I get it. And that's fine, man. It's a good look. Being just in the blue chips, you're good. My opinion, not financial advice. Hey, oh, sorry about that. I mean, hey, bro, looking forward to get together soon. Yeah, man, come out to the no permissions if you can, guy. In Panama, I'm gonna be out there, dude. Regarding the trust, what off-ramp index do they use? Up to you, man. You can set up how you want. In fact, they have a way now where you control the keys. Use Coast. Use Coast. That's what I use now. I use Coast and Kraken. Those are my two. Like Kraken, I pay all the fees, but Kraken never shuts me out like Coinbase does. I've heard of Kraken shutting other people out. And I'd rather use Coast, right? Like that's my preferred one, but like Kraken's my backup now. And so I got Coast as my main on and off ramp, and then Kraken's my second go-to. And then when I'm out in Panama, I know there was a bank out there. Tower Bank is very crypto friendly, and I know Randy was working with them, but I've heard there were some issues. So maybe we can find something else. I would like to set up a international bank account that I can off ramp through, on ramp, without any issues. So that's another like fail safe that I want to set up for me and my family. So, do you own Bear? I own both. Not a lot. I own both though. Yeah, I'm pretty proud. I bought the local Pete. I bought them. They put a lot in there, but I'm happy about that. And I've owned Bear for like freaking ever, man. I've owned that for like literally way back in the day, and I put a couple $100 in it. It's worth a few thousand now. It's holding it, man. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But that is leverage play. Yeah, that's a leverage play on Pulse Chain, man. Those are your meme coins. SolidX has $3.8 million in rewards on just one single pull if Inc. 5Xs. That's insane. That is insane, dude. Yeah, I'm all about it. And it's narratives like that I love and that I know will keep pumping SolidX. But SolidX got a big community behind it. I mean, it ain't going nowhere. What are your thoughts on what's going on with SolidX? It's FUD, dude. Whatever, man. Let the cheaters cheat. Let the FUD happen. You know? I got a bag, man. That's how it always is, dude. Like, remember all the FUD in the Tang game? HOA and all that? Like, there was a lot. Like, it got thick, especially when 9MM collapsed. Like, dude, it's going to pump hard, bro. I know, like, some of you guys don't like those coins, but it's going to pump freaking hard because they're meme coins and they have community. SolidX has community too. So, completely different type of community, but that doesn't matter to me. Not as an investor. Not as an investor. I don't buy into a lot of the narratives. Cindy Man, what's up? Apex Hex, Jeff and I, Nate. Oh, okay, our total opposites. He is core 3 only, and everyone is a grifter. Yeah. Sounds like Red Squirrel, right? With me on 15% portfolio and Pulse. Also, you're even a little heavier than me, right? Like, so you're like an 85-15. And so, yeah, you guys are definitely going to be like butting heads and having good conversations about strategy and the way you play your hand. And so, yeah, that's cool. And that's, dude, there's no right or wrong with this. Like, there isn't, man. It's whatever your risk tolerance is, what are your beliefs. I mean, dude, it's your money, it's your coins. Spend it how you want. Just don't get too stupid over in the alts, right? Like, you don't want to be buying rug pulls. You gotta be careful with that stuff. Like, you just, as long as you know it's not a rug pull, and it's got community, right? The community's huge. I don't realize how big community is, man. That's massive. That's Sami says it all the time. The community is the asset, not the code. It's so true. So true. So that's why the cores are so powerful. Like that's why Pulse Chain, Pulse X, Hex is so powerful because the community. Just find the alts inside that have community. That's massive. It's huge. That's the secret sauce there, guys, for the little alpha we revealed today. Are you really planning on exiting your entire crypto portfolio bag in a real estate versus keeping a percentage? I'm following the market cycle, man. Yeah. I mean, maybe I keep a little percent in, or I definitely would keep stable coins on chain, right? Looking for more opportunities, stuff like that. Yeah, but the majority of it for sure, man. I'll be playing the cycle. Yeah. I'll let some of my, I have a nice bag, if you call it a bag, of HSI stakes, 5555s from when those auctions were going crazy. I was getting sub penny hex, man. It was great. And I was in there freaking gobbling it up. Actually, I was able to create myself a dolphin position in T-shares with that strategy. And, of course, I'd be keeping some of those around. I got to, that's my little, what if I'm wrong about 5555 kind of hedge bet. And so that's my play, man. And real estate, man, that's my real T-share. For me, that's my T-shares, dude. That's my legacy wealth I'll be handing down to my kids is apartment buildings, land, triple net leases. I love triple net leases. I don't own any. I don't own any triple net leases, but I want them. You don't do shit except for collect money. Shopping malls are on your land, Walmarts, whatever. They're renting out your land, and you're just collecting, and they're responsible for everything. It's the hack of passive income in the real world. It really is. Triple net leases. Do we have confirmation that Arch actually has a gag order? He doesn't have a gag order, man, but I guarantee his attorneys are advising not streaming. Right? I guarantee you that the little Christmas video we got last year, his attorneys went through it like a fine-tooth comb and told him what he could talk about and not talk about, and that's why it was a video and not a live stream. So I know this because I've been in lawsuits. I know how this goes. When you ever work with attorneys, you follow their advice. They're there to keep you out of trouble. That's the point. You're paying them. He's paying them millions and millions of dollars to keep him out of trouble and to defend him. Right. And so I'm for me and my money, my mental, like I could be wrong. Right. Like it's never financial advice. That is exactly what's going on over there. It's exactly what's going on. Like there's I have no questions about it. So, all right, guys. Well, that's going to be it. It's going to be a wrap. We're 58 minutes in. I'm going to go grab a lunch. I appreciate all you guys showing up. You guys make the show. Hit that like, smash the subscribe, that bell notification. It helps the algorithm push it to the stratosphere where we can keep bringing the good word, how we're using crypto as a wealth creation tool, mainly the Pulse Chain ecosystem, and real estate as a wealth preservation tool, and hopefully not pay some taxes, all while doing this journey. It's going to be fun, guys. I'm truly blessed to be on this journey with you guys. And hopefully this is the beginning of October. It's a little late. That's fine. I'll take a late and tardy October versus Rectober any day of the week. And so, you guys, thank you so much. And I will see you mañana.